Hey Taurus, this is Perry Mortero's daily reading for May 25th, 2022. This is for Taurus. Last shuffle here, okay? All right, we have decrease and taking steps. So there's maybe it's gonna. This looks like a day of rest. Okay, you intend on if you're gonna do anything, move slowly in this cycle of decrease. Okay, this is about being like strategic about where you're going, making sure that you're doing what you need to do to get where you need to go. A lot of times, that may sound very cliche, but the truth is a lot of people are very impulsive and you're not allowing yourself to be. And the reason why is because you feel like there's a lot of options and you're not sure which one's the right one. Seven of Cups can be about fantasy, daydreaming. So you may spend more time thinking about it, right? Or visualizing it than anything else. The decrease though is about you're not trying to take any crazy risks. You're not trying to go too far off the beaten path. Okay. And I don't know if that's you're not trying to or you shouldn't. So there's like an energy of not going too far away from where you are. You know what I mean? Or too far from what you're doing. Like if you're doing whatever it is, right? You're not going to go too far to the left or to the right of anything. Even if it's a subject matter at work, you're not going to go above and beyond what you already are doing. And the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords, once again, you are waiting to see what... This is an energy of you not making moves, but waiting to see what moves are going to be made in general. Okay, and you don't want to be disappointed in a sense that you don't want to be the one to cause that. You don't want to be the one to make that move, to bring about the disappointment. So you're like, listen, it looks almost like nonchalant energy. Like I'm not going to jump, and as soon as I hear something, I'm going to sit back and wait and see what goes, what goes to the left and what goes wherever. I mean, that's basically what it is. And the taking steps here, you're trying to hold on to your sanity, it looks like here. Four of Pentacles and Seven of Cups. This looks like I'm taking steps to hold on to my sanity. I'm not really clear-headed, so I don't think I'll be making a lot of moves or taking a lot of risks right now, which is smart, I have to say. You are having very dark thoughts about the chances you have and whether or not you have everything together. I mean, that's what this is. You don't want to mess up because you don't know if you have, you know how like you may feel like you only have one shot to do something, and so, but it may not be the case, but you're not sure. So why take that risk? And I think that's where you are. Like, I don't want to take this risk and mess things up, especially if it has anything to do with another person, or if you have a partner or a significant other or anything like that. You don't want to take any risks with them. You're having dark thoughts about it mostly because of that reason. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't mess up. I cannot take too many risks. I don't want to. You don't want to have to be like go and tell someone that I messed up this one. Like someone gives you something to hold or to use, and you don't want to break. Like say someone gives you a tool, because I mean you have the Emperor here. Someone gives you a tool to borrow, and you're like, well, I better make sure I know what I'm doing with this thing, because I don't want to break it and go back and show them, like, what I mean? I broke it because I was being careless. And so that's one aspect there in the sacred temple. It's very hard to make a decision. It just looks like you are not necessarily analysis paralysis, but you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's very difficult to make a decision. And so you want to learn all that you can. It's almost like there's some lessons you don't want to learn the hard way. And that's what I'm getting off of this. Like you just don't want to learn something the hard way. So you could be dealing with an Aries, very much so, because I see a lot of Aries here. You could be dealing with another water sign or a fire sign. Doesn't have to, or another fire sign, not another water sign, but another fire sign or a water sign. But it does not have to be. I mean, it just looks like you're really trying to protect your energy. You're trying to make sure that you're not in the wrong, that you're not messing anything up. You don't want to go off of an assumption. You want to be very sure about the steps you're about to take, which is very, very wise. And you could be an Aries Taurus cusp also there. But I mean, it's solid. That's what I would say that's what anyone should do, right? The message here, the only, I mean, honestly, is to be very careful about what you're doing. Don't, of course, be neurotic about it. There's no need to analyze it to death, but don't make any moves unless you're very sure about the outcome and what's going to happen and what's going to, don't. I wouldn't do so. All right. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.